And when I say I have some gentlemen in the studios, I'm talking about some gentlemen from Astolinks. When I mention Astolinks, I'm sure the name is, resonates in your ear. You know what they do already, but there are some things that they want to talk to us about. Yes, so in front of me is Denzel Duse Amwako. He is the business development manager. And before, we came back to the studios, we were in Accra with the Super Morning Show team where they were having a conversation about, some positions in government where, if there is a change of government, maybe you should leave them alone and how, they go about it. But we are back here in the studios with these gentlemen and a lady, beautiful lady. She loved the music that was playing before, smiling and, the body movements. So Denzel, good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing, boss?
I'm doing fine. You?
Yeah, I'm also doing fantastically well. Today is a Monday. Yeah, you're rocking polo. I'm also rocking same.
Yeah.
Of
course.
So you are from Astolinks,
Yes,
right?
please.
And you are the business development manager.
Yeah, for Kumasi branch.
Good. So what brings you here in the studios?
Okay, today, just as any other day, we listening to what is happening to Ghana. There's a need for people to know about what Astolinks we do.
Mm-hmm.
So we are here to share to the public that these are our services and why they need for them to come to us.
So let's begin. What is Astolinks International?
Okay, when we talk about Astolinks International, we want to let the people know that we are an overseas education advisory consult.
Overseas Educational Advisory Consult.
Yes, please. Where we provide or we assist people with their study abroad issues.
Mm-hmm.
We also work on immigration and appeal. That's those who have applied a visa before and they are having an issue with their previous application. We can help them. And also we do skill migration visas. That's those who want to travel on professional job. Mm-hmm. That's if not for education, but they want to go for work. Mm-hmm. We also work on that. And also we provide an English proficiency writing test scheme. That is those who are interested in writing IELTS, Duolingo, SAT, GRE, GMAT for scholarship purposes and also for traveling purposes. That's what Astolinks we do.
So basically, finding the right way of securing the right documents and everything to help you travel outside, being it education. Being it work. Being it visit. Okay, all right.
Holidays, yeah.
Astolinks.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
So I know there are a number of companies in Kumasi, let's limit it to Kumasi, that are into similar types of services. Why is Astolink, different from all of them? Why should I choose Astolink?
Okay, the reason for you to choose Astolinks is one, we provide expert guidance for visa application process, and this is to say that we provide free world-class counseling for people who wishes or have the interest to travel. So that's to say that when you come to us, we will first of all pre-qualify you. We will counsel you on the need and maybe your interest to further your education or maybe travel for your own designated purpose. So we provide you that counseling services, very expert, so that you get to know that whatever choice you are making, you are in the right direction. Also, we have an efficient application process. Thus, we provide hassle-free application process. It's very fast and well organized. And what do I mean by this? We have trained expert counselors designated for each field or each country. Astolinks work with about 9 countries, and we have partnership in all these countries.
Can you mention some of the countries?
The countries are the UK, Canada, Australia, USA, Ireland, New Zealand. We have Germany, Sweden, Denmark, and we also work with China. Okay. So all these countries, when you come to Astolinks, we have partner institutions over there. And when I talk about even partner institution, I also want to further why you need to choose Astolinks is that we have global network. We have a wide global network of what partnership institutions. That's those who provide higher educational providers outside. And just as yesterday, even one of the reps from Aston University in the UK was here in the studio yesterday to talk about an event which is happening today at the Kumasi office. She's here to educate the people and also let the people know the need for them to travel on education purpose. So if you are listening to me today, we have a program at our Kumasi office, which is located at the Kumasi City Mall. Asqua, and the program starts at 12 noon. So if you are free, you can pass by for any inquiry. It's free. There's no charge. There's no money on that. You just have to pass by. And who knows, you can even enjoy scholarship because she's here to give scholarship.
Okay.
And it's based on first come, first serve and those who qualify.
Do you also offer services to people who are going outside the 9 countries that you mentioned?
Yes, we do. With the 9 countries that I mentioned, it's just that when you walk to Astolinks and you come to us to help you with your visa application process, being it education, that is when we will send you to one of our partner institutions based on your qualification. Aside that, if you have your own interest and maybe you have a school at heart that you want to go, but you need an expert guidance through that, we can still help you. Astolinks, the need for you to choose us also is that we have funding support. And when I mean funding support, we have scholarship schemes. And even though we don't provide fully funded scholarship, but we have some partial scholarship and discounts, which is given to whoever that applies through Astolinks. And we also have student loans. Astolinks have partnered with Empower and also Passage for people who are finding it difficult or struggling to cater for their fees or their living expenses or their travel costs. Astolinks have those services that we can assure you of. That's why they need to choose us. And also, one thing I would say that we've proven success. We've been in the system for the past 19 years.
Wow.
And last month was our 19th year anniversary. We've been proving success over the years. And you can see that nothing or there hasn't been any bad comments about Astolinks. So I think when you come to Astolinks, it's for the best.
So that means all these years, 19 years, it has been a smooth ride.
A smooth process.
Yeah. No. Sometimes
we
have a
haven't
connection and
no.
Astolinks is not like that.
And even as to that, I would say that, you see, for people to trust you more, it's not like we are here, we are in a container, or we are meeting you somewhere. Mostly when we go out, we try to let people know where we are located, that you can come to our offices.
Yeah.
Here in Ghana, we are in 3 regions. We are in Greater Accra region, we are in the Western region, we are also in Ashanti region. Ashanti region can locate us in Kumasi. That's Kumasi City Mall. That's our head office because the company started in Kumasi. Okay. And we are also in Accra, which is located in East Legon. You can find us behind the Baulishu Melcom. You can also find us in Takrade. That's in the Western region. We are at New Takrade, Bahamas Avenue Road. You can find us over there. And we also have an international office in the UK. Okay. Yes, and they are specifically to guide us through expert training and also visa immigration issues. That's it.
All right. So do you have packages, and who qualifies for those packages?
Okay. You see, we have let's say 2 major packages that we work with the skilled migration or the professional job migration, and also we have the education aspect. With the education, many people will ask, do I qualify or not? One thing that Astolinks we do is that it's not purposely about who qualifies. We don't really stress on that. We really stress on your visa acquisition rate. So one thing is that there are certain criteria that when you decide to travel on educational purpose, you need to consider first. Mm-hmm. For example, it's immigration policy. Because the immigration policy will let you know whether you qualify or not. And also, we mostly give advisory services during our counseling session. You can come in with your own country at heart, but maybe based on your documentation and maybe through the counseling session, we will get to know that, country B is not good for you. Let's go for country C. So we give you those advice. For example, when you decide to further your master's education in, let's say, a country like Australia and Ireland, there is something like an age that you need to consider, because there, if you are going to study for master's program and you are above 35 years, even though you can go there for studies, you will get your visa granted, everything fine, perfect. However, there are certain benefits you will not enjoy. And this is what people don't know, because you might travel to the country and right after your education, you might see that you might not even enjoy some benefit like post-study work option. Because after your education, they see it to be an investment. Even though it's an investment, but it's worth investing in it, because you reap what you sow. And for you to reap it, you need to go in for such opportunities, because after your education, the country gives you 2 to 3 years for you to stay there and work. It's not like after your education, you need to travel back to your home country. So I think these are some of the things. Also, course selection is very key in terms of counseling session when you come to Astolinks, because there are certain courses which are becoming irrelevant to the destination of your choice. You get, so sometimes they can base on course that you've selected to deny you visa because they find that after your education you'll be relevant to them. So we do all this. We take you through all this training even before we can. And also one thing is that we find it very difficult is funding here in Ghana, especially with bank statement issue, how the bank statement should be run, who qualifies to sponsor you or who qualifies to give you his statement and other stuff. We find it very difficult. And even if we get people who can let's say fund our education, sometimes how the business account or how the personal statement has been run is a problem. And sometimes you need to take all these things into consideration. So when you come to Astorlinks, these are all part of our counseling session that we go through even before you try to sign up with us. So we make you understand everything, every part of the visa application process. When you go to the skilled migration to those who qualify, even though it's professional job, like those who are looking for job particularly, with that you still need to have an education background. Ours is not like those work and pay and those let me take you to travel and work and pay me back. No, we don't do that. Ours is professional. And when I mean by professional is that you might have an educational background and you are working in a designated field. You just need to prove that where you are working, you have licenses to operate or you have certificate. For example, those in nursing, we call them professional job workers because they have their licensing and nursing pin. Those in teaching, those in engineering, those in IT, whatever designation that you are, you just need to prove, aside your educational qualification, that you can prove that, you are working in this particular field. We'll be able to help you by writing the English test that I talk about.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest problems with visa denials is about visa and shoot to cry and all wolf. You see, so there's this joke. This man was denied the visa and on his way home. It was raining. Yes, so it was
I've heard it.
How do we, avoid people from asking God in the
Okay. One thing that mostly Astorlinks, workers in Astorlinks, we believe in is that normally when it comes to visa application process, it's not really about miracles, even though we believe in miracles. But what we have to say is that you need to get the right documentations. So what I would say is the application that you are putting in, maybe the person who was assisting you hasn't really go through your documentation very well. All the person cares about is the money or the profit he is making out of your application. So he doesn't care whether you'll be refused or not. All he cares is that there's a visa application in question. So what Astorlinks we do to avoid all these things is that, just as I mentioned earlier, we really care about the outcome of the visa grant, not just for the application process. So we'll make sure that we put all these into consideration, like who is funding your education, who qualifies to fund you, the statement you are bringing, is it the right statement, the documents needed, do you have maybe police clearance and other stuff, where you are going, maybe there is an English requirement which is compulsory, maybe you don't know, you didn't add it. There are certain little petty mistakes that people do avoid, they don't pay attention to, which can lead to visa denial, and all these things we have it. Some people can even apply a visa for you by using a dummy account, which you will not even know. Or some people might use miscellaneous information in your application. For example, maybe you've applied a visa before, you use certain documentation, they have your biometrics, but you are putting in another application. You don't know the information the other person used. You use you provide them with a different information. That one can also lead to visa denial. That's when our immigration and appeal consultancy comes in. So if you've applied a visa before to a particular country and you don't know, but you want to still apply to that particular country, that is when you come to us. We do pre-action protocol for you to extract those information, but there's terms and conditions apply. So we can extract it for you, get you to know the exact documentation and the information the person provided, so that we avoid all these pitfalls in the next visa application. So when you come to Astorlinks, we entreat everyone to come to Astorlinks so that at least you come and enjoy some of this world-class counseling. It's free consultation, just like I'm doing here. If you have any question, maybe anything bothering your mind, you can just walk into our offices free of charge. You don't have to pay anything for all these counseling sessions. And if you want to reach out to us, I'll put our phone numbers online so that maybe you can call for follow-up or you can leave us a message on WhatsApp. So you can call this number 0550 199 991, and I repeat 0550 199 991. So you can call us on this number, and if you call us and maybe the number is jammed, maybe there are a whole lot of calls stripping in, you can just leave us a message on WhatsApp, because our number is on WhatsApp, so that we can reply to you.
So the number is 0550 199 911.
991. Yes.
199 991.
Yes.
Astolings.
Astolings.
And you said your office is at the Kumasi City
Yeah,
Mall.
Kumasi
That's
City
where your
Mall.
head office is.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are listening to us, that was Denzel Duse Amwaku. He is a business development manager. He came here with Ibrahim Sadiq and the beautiful lady in the back. I didn't get the chance to ask her name, but it's the whole team that came here. If you want to travel outside, if you want to, become a citizen of Canada, Australia, UK, USA, or even Ireland, and all the other places that he mentioned, whether you are going there as a student or, a working visa, or you just even want to visit, they have the right, procedures that can help you secure your visa peacefully. Astolings is the place that you need to go if you want to travel safely out of this country. So I think I'll thank you once again for coming to share this information with us, and the listeners out there. I'm sure they have all absorbed the information.
Yeah, sure.
And me myself, I think I'll have to pass by and come and get some information, because there are some places that I want to visit in the coming years. So definitely we are going to be part of it. So thank you very much. This is Love 99.5. We are going to play some music, share some messages, and at 10 will be the business news, and right after that will be the Metropolitan Mix with Nanekria. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere.